The modpocalypse has been cancelled. The end of modding as we know it will not be happening anytime soon. The four horsemen of Modgate have packed up and gone home. That's right guys, it's over. There are no more paid mods for Skyrim on Steam. I got a message and I ran off and checked the Skyrim Nexus and, well, Dark One says it. Well, wow. Valve and Bethesda have announced that they have removed the payment feature from Steam Workshop effective immediately. Refunds have been sent out to anyone who paid for a mod using the system. Bethesda's blog piece originally defended the system. Right, there is a blog by Bethesda. It's essentially a defense of what they did, basically. They're trying to explain what their thinking was and just explain that they weren't doing this just to make a quick buck, that they honestly thought they were doing the right thing. And I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt and just assume that this was, well, to be honest, kind of stupid. If you've not caught my podcast, I released a podcast where I essentially said that I thought the system was bad and listed a few ways that they could have approached it to have made it better or more likely to succeed. And, you know, it probably applies to Bethesda as well. They should have done this very, very differently if they were going to do it at all. And that's still the big if. So, but the important thing for us is update. After discussion with Valve, listening to our community, paid mods are being removed from Steam Workshop. Even though we had the best intentions, the feedback has been clear. This is not a feature you want. Your support means everything to us, and we hear you. So there you go. Bethesda have pulled the plug. And I'm going to guess it was Bethesda that pulled the plug, to be honest with you. I'll explain that in a minute. Now, Steam have actually... was that? Yeah, Steam... We're going to remove the payment feature from the Skyrim Workshop. For anyone who spent money on a mod, we'll be refunding you the complete amount. We talked to the team at Bethesda and they agree. They make it sound like they're the ones that suggested it. I'm being a little skeptical now, aren't I? We've done this because it's clear we didn't understand exactly what we were doing. Oh, finally! Finally! When did the Skyrim Workshop come out? 2012? You finally understood that you don't know what you're doing in this regard. I mean, don't get me wrong. They've obviously done a very good job on some of the games, but they had no idea when it came to Skyrim mods. Do you remember the first day it came out? They didn't even have the option to manipulate load order. And they still have auto update. They have no versioning. There's so much wrong with the workshop from the perspective of a mod maker and a mod user of the Bethesda mods. They never got their head around the differences. To be honest, I mean, I said this in the podcast, that they don't talk to people. They think they know, and they think they know best. We've been shipping many features over the years aimed at allowing community creators to receive a share of rewards, and in the past they've been received well. It's obvious now this case is different. Yes, it is, yes. The thing is here, I know some people are going to call me gullible and a sucker. I'm tempted to believe them. I'm tempted to think they honestly thought this would work because they thought they could just treat the Skyrim mods exactly the same way as the other mods and it would work out just fine. I'm honestly more willing to believe this was down to stupidity and incompetence rather than greed. I mean, I'm not saying greed isn't an issue. I'm going to say greed. It's such a silly word. I'm not saying they didn't want to make more money, because of course they want to make more money. They're a business. Any business who's not interested in making more money is not really a good business. But obviously you balance that. You've got to make money and keep a good reputation. And honestly, I just think this comes down to stupidity. Now they're sort of saying, we talked to the team at Bethesda and they agree, like they started it. See, here's the thing. I'm surprised this happened. I've got to admit, I was convinced paid modding was here to stay and it was going to fail. But the important thing is, it's over, it's done. There is no more paid modding on the Skyrim workshop. We can all relax, we can all chill out and go back to waiting for Fallout 4. Because let's face it, we were all pretty worried that this was going to affect Fallout 4. In fact, we know it was. In fact, I'm 99% sure this entire thing was aimed at being ready for Fallout 4 when it came out. So, we can all go back to waiting for Fallout 4 and preparing to scream at Bethesda if they don't announce it at the E3. Because we will. Anyway, it is bloody late here and I have got to go to bed. So I'll leave the links down below to the articles. Go read them, go and relax. Everything is fine. We're back. Yes, we are.